Well, a fine how do you do to all you wonderful people out there. And thank you for joining me on what I guess we're going to call the kickoff of season 2 of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and it is a pleasure as always to be here with you. And today we've got, as you saw on the thumbnail probably, some Paydirt that I won from um, Can Do Veteran on his 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and I won it from it was the pay dirt that was donated for it was from Brewers Prospecting. So Jeff Brewer packed me up a box that came in with some extra goodies in it, some really awesome extras, and let's so yes, I've been enjoying it. Let's get to our pay dirt, and I did a mail call on it, and I did not quite get to the bottom of the box. There was still some packing stuff in there, and let's take a look at the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. As you can see, we have the big board up, our new PA Patriot sticker on. There's our new Ron F sticker on with the home zoo that just was added along with our mana, and yeah, we're gonna have a few more to go on now. So, all right. So as we turn to X marks the spot, yes, you can see there were a few little extras there in the bottom of the box that I missed. So while I found the very cool poker chip from Brewers with the dice around the edge, it's a very very awesome token there, and our two pins that had come with it. And of course, we had our sticker on the bag that's going to come off to go on the board. And he included a sticker on the bag of Can Do Veteran there. But at the bottom of the box where the packing stuff was, these were kind of bent and crushed down into it. So there is another Brewers prospecting promoting his Monday live stream on the river at the compound, Bristol, Virginia. Very awesome. There is our very nice. I really like the look of that. Our Can Do Veteran sticker with the barbed wire. Awesome detail on that. Then we had one from Park Rat Metal Detecting, and that's a very cool sticker. That we can find a nice. There's a couple of spots on the board that will not handle regular full size stickers. So both of these two will be nice additions to place in those spots. And then he added this one from Advanced Gold Solutions, Leave No Gold Behind, and at Yahoo. So that's a cool sticker with the hand and the swirling gold there. So, and then for some reason he threw in this one, a toilet camera for research only. I'm not sure if we're going to put that one on the board. I don't know. We'll see. But and then of course the star of the box was the bag of Thermal City that I won that he made up for me, a half gram, and it's the Can Do bag for his 1,000 subs. Send it. So very cool. So we were going to put these out. I really had to flatten them out. They'd gotten, like I said, you can see how they were bent and crimped down there. And I guess from the bag sitting on them with the other stuff, it had crunched them. So, but yeah, I had totally missed those. I just found that when I was coming out to do this. So very cool. We'll put those back in for the moment to protect them, clear out our spot, and get ready. And just a quick shot, as you can see, I completed my first spring mowing of the season. it's uh, it's time to hit it with some weed and feed now and get it ready to start growing. And my little pepper plant here, you see that red right there? That is our first pepper of 2023 off the plant. That's formed since that last one that I ate, and so let's give it a try. We'll see how hot this little dude is, because that last one had a little punch to it. This one's very fresh, but yeah, I never saw a bloom, but you can see right there, those are all little peppers. Those little round blunt tips that are hanging down where they is already putting out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them right there, and they're all over the plant. So we got them coming out. So let's set back up here. Actually, there it is. It's got maybe a couple of little seeds in it. Very juicy. that is the Carolina Reaper. And yeah, it's got some heat. Woo! All right, back to business. And we'll yeah, it's big brothers are going to be carrying some fire in them this uh, spring. Yeah, that's got a lot more kick than that one of the end of the year that we had last. Holy cow! Let's make sure. I don't know if this is heat sealed or we're just zip. Okay, we're just zip locked. All right. Oh, I can already see a coin showing up in there. So we got some goodies and some sticks. Oh, we've got some leaves. We got all kinds of stuff showing up in here. Awesome. All right. Well, this is going to be fun. Let's go ahead and peel our sticker off just to protect that. And again, that'll be a nice addition. Another nice addition to the board. We're filling up. I guess whenever I get done filling this one up, although it'll be huge in comparison, if I'd have to kind of attach Texas, cut out a Texas that would go across, I guess, across the door and into that wall if I'd put it to scale. So I don't know. I'm not sure how we'd work that, adding on to around the board as it grows. But yeah, Texas needs to be representing. That is home. All right, it was home. I guess Louisiana is home for me now. I've been here for 15 years, and Texas is not what I left. It was already bad when I left, and it's only gotten worse, as we see from most of the rest of the country. Oh, there's some coin. Listen, that does not sound like modern modern change. That's what I miss, is that sound of change rather than the fake dull raps that we get now out of these coins. 1944 quarter. Look at that. War quarter. That is awesome. And then we've got our dime, 1953 dime. So I'm going to have to go through it I've gotten so many different coins out of these YouTuber bags that like I said, I've never been a coin person. Oh, that's cool. Look how you can see through the bag. It's almost like transparent on the thank you coming through, because the bag's got the thank you, and then it's the portrait art. So I guess it's an art bag that you get like this. But yeah, that's a neat look. Put a light in there, a little LED light, and it would it would illuminate, show through. Well, yeah, look at all this. Look at all of this organic stuff coming out. Leaves and twigs. Mica. Look at that chunk of mica. that looks like something cool. I'm not sure what. All right. My goodness, we have us quite the variety in here today. So let's start off with the basics. I don't think we've actually done much classifying over the last few in a while. So let's do that to begin with. That is crazy. I've never seen so much organic material in pay dirt. Let's see where's the other. We got plenty of pans now for spreading stuff out. We're going to be working with our new blue Mind Lab Pro Gold today. I'm still getting used to working with this one. Like I said, it was when I started off, I wasn't too sure about it, but it does have its charms. I still think my favorite is my basic pan, but those like I said, those deep riffles on this pan compared to the little very thin lines on this makes a big difference as far as moving material around in it. And I guess since we've got so much of this other, we're going to go ahead, wipe this out. We will go ahead and use, well, damn, I'm just wetting everything down. I don't want to get my material wet necessarily. All right, there we go. Ooh, look at there. I can see a chunk of gold showing up right there. Look at that beauty. Look at that little beauty there in the mix. See if we can get it out without losing. When you try to pick it up and it disappears in the rock. Oh, that's cool. Well, there we go. So there is our first piece, and check that out. A very cool little piece. That is nice. Man, like I said, whenever the first bag I ever did of this stuff, of that little crumb, and I said I can never imagine this getting old. Seeing gold. And after 100 and I think this is episode 106 now. It hasn't. It has not gotten old. So there's our big batch there. Some medium stuff there. Some fine stuff there. So all right, we're rocking and rolling here, ready to go. And there's I still actually have two tips of the two of the three bottles. The first bottle I had, like I told you guys, I took it off and never saw it again from the first snuffer bottle. But these I've held on to for the last two. So we are going to. All right, let me get this back in order here. We'll be back. Well, all right, we are set up and good to go. Man, that pepper has finally worn off. It had some longevity to it, I'll tell you. Nice little bite on that. So, all right, let's get going with this. We're gonna see if we can carry out most of that debris. Keep it out of our water. Some cool looking rocks in there for sure. Our quartz. Like I said, you can see some nice pieces of mica. That looks like a piece of petrified wood, somewhat to me. Although it tends to have, I don't know. Cool looking little piece though, whatever it is. More quartz. All right, well, we're good there. We'll set that to the side. Get out our big blue. We'll do out. Oh, watch out. We knock our Trump off. Our mascot in position as always. Let's go over here. Yeah, see how those big riffles grab that material and hold it. So congratulations again to Mike Vendetta, who won the live chat giveaway on our 1-year Friday show last week. So he's got his bottle of Gator Eyes with the gold display. So thank you all for participating and being there and being in the chat. It was a very fun night, as all Friday nights are. We had a pretty good crowd in the chat room for the video, though. That was awesome. So like I said, this is kind of this is season 2 we're kicking off here in Friday night shows. So thank you again to everyone who's on tonight. And thank you to all of you who are watching subsequently. At the time that I'm doing this, we're about to have the State of the Union address tonight. So that's going to mean 2 hours of Pedo Joe trying to blame Trump and for everything that he's done and getting up there lying about how perfect the economy is, how great everyone's doing. So I'd ask you, are you better off than you were 2 years ago? Because I know I'm sure as fuck not. And the country that I'm looking at sure as fuck not. So again, it's just going to be nothing I'm going to watch. I'll follow up on the reviews of it after the fact. But check that out there. We have got us some nice little jewels showing up in that pan. Love that. Love the character on that. You can see there's those 3 pieces have that one look, and then that one piece in the middle there has a little different look to it. Awesome. Nice chunks too. Beautimous. But yeah, this this bullshit with the balloon. You guys out there in the Carolinas, they let it go all the way across the country to get to you. Which again and you saw them, they're using missiles. I mean, I'm pretty sure those 50 calibers they carry would have been more than sufficient to drop that balloon. I'm thinking they were telling them destroy as much of it you can so we don't have an excuse to show what China has been. Because Beijing Biden, he is in bed with them and has done it. That's why they're allowed to buy. Why are they allowed to buy up farmland across America, to buy up property that we would never be able to do in China? To buy up industry. It's absurd the amount of Chinese owned U.S. property and business that. And then they're saying how there were balloons over when Trump was. Oh, sorry, we're still zoomed in. They're saying, that there were balloons over when Trump was in, and well, you know what? The same people that lied to Trump about the number of troops in Syria are the ones that did not tell him that there were balloons because they knew that how he would react to China. So again, that is General Mattis, and then that other fucked up. Again, they need to be firing these generals, that now they've got in there, half of them put on the wigs and the makeup and fucking Job of the Huts is just it's just absurd. But you're talking treason. You're talking when you do not tell the commander in chief the threats to the nation in the form of Chinese spy balloons, then no. And then we found out that one crashed in Hawaii from a year ago or whatever, it was 2 years ago. But again, no coverage on this stuff. It's man, it is just absurd. And so we'll, again, it's going to be nothing but lies. Just like he got up there and said how he inherited a bad economy, and like, you retarded piece of shit, it was the best economy this country has ever seen. You destroyed it by cutting off our gas and oil, which is what the world runs on. And now I don't know if y'all heard this, but OPEC is gonna, that's been the basis of our dollar strength. Is that look at that, very nice. Is that all these countries that purchased oil from OPEC had to convert to dollars, U.S. dollars, and that's what they've just decided in this quorum that they just finished off. That now Saudi is going to start taking rubles, dakwa, whatever you've got, which is going to spell disaster for the U.S. dollar. And this is part of the whole cash free. It's something that they have been working on and expecting to happen, and have been planning for in this new their whatever they're calling this new reimagine, just like they're going to reimagine policing, they're reimagining the economy. Yeah, you know what that means. But again, it's just the absurdity of the destruction that's allowed to go on, and we're watching it real time before our eyes. I tell you guys, we've got to fight this shit. And then I don't know if you saw today, the Trans Lives Matter group has insurrection in Oklahoma, where they took over the Capitol, chanting, and again, these are all mostly libtard, have nothing to do with trans anything. They're just the rabble that'll get out there and scream at any time to be seen and to be screaming for the sake of it. And you know what they're fighting? They're just outraged because Oklahoma just passed a law saying no, you cannot mutilate, sexually abuse and mutilate children under the age of 26. And because that's actually when the prefrontal cortex finishes developing in the human brain. So it's like not even 18, 21, it's 26 is what this law is saying. And you will be considered as, a felon child abuse in this law. And that's what they're gathering and storming the Capitol over, is the fight for the right to mutilate children. But there's not a mention of insurrection or anything. January 6th, it was the end of worse than 9/11, worse than Pearl Harbor. But when you've got a bunch of trash, mentally ill scum taking over for the checking the right boxes, then it's nothing. That's nothing. You're not even going to see it mentioned in the news. Again, just it's just unthinkable that's the hill you want to die on, is the right to mutilate. And to be able to introduce 6-year-old, a 6-year-old, you do not allow to even choose their own meals. 6, 8, 10, even 12-year-olds. No, they don't even get to choose their own meals because they're not going to choose properly. But yet they want them to be able to choose their and that's it. If you're even that, the law that they're pushing is, even if you try to prompt a child and start to groom them, that's a felony charge. And that's excellent. That's exactly what they need to do. And they need to be locking these people up and getting them out of our schools. First thing they need to do is dissolve the teachers union. That's what they need to do. The federal teachers union is, as we saw from homeschooling videos that came out whenever parents could see what their children were exposed to and the horrors of that, and it's only gotten worse. Again, there is no room for, you know, your identity is based on sexuality. If there's sexuality involved in anything, then no, you're not fit to be around children. Period. And your whole life is based on your gender and your, pronouns and your sexuality. It's you're fucked up, and you're not going to fuck up our kids. So yeah, there you go, fighting for the right to mutilate children in Oklahoma. And there's a lot of states that are following suit with Oklahoma to ban and make this, start charging these doctors with federal and felony abuse, child abuse crimes. Man, I am seeing some fine wire gold, or flakes of gold showing up in this one. There we go. Keep it in the here. I'm trying to watch the pan and not watch the camera too. But yes, you can see we have some fine. I love the fine gold. And I want to say thank you also to a viewer who left a comment on the last video, and an Iowa miner. You know, he it's hard. It gets hard watching seeing me get out having all these nice pans of gold every Friday. Watching the channel whenever his whole take for the year was, I think he said, a little over a gram or something. But whenever he gets a few flakes, that's a victory. And I was telling him, yeah, I totally understand that. I already know I'm spoiled to go out on a creek and do this, because yeah, I've gotten used to actually seeing gold in good amounts in the pan. And it wouldn't take long for the novelty of working your ass off to get a few flakes for me to be saying, yeah, I like the spot in my backyard better. And then the awesome variety. But yeah, but that's what he was saying. But again, the reward is, as often in many things, is in the effort and in the quest. But it was very complimentary and supportive of the channel, and um, I really appreciate. I pinned his comment there because it's always really nice to hear comments from people like that, and that say yes, speak out. And uh, I was telling him that literally, I mean, you guys are great. I think we're just short of 150,000 views on the channel out of like 300 uploaded videos covering, from shorts, everything, besides the 105, gold uh, episodes, Paydirt episodes. And I have gotten 3 total negative comments on, and not even really negative, just there was a couple like, you tone down less political, or, and then one that y'all know, but it's like, I can't support your channel anymore, it's gotten too political. It's like, well, why did you pick the one video that wasn't about gold to to bitch about that, so again, it's just incredible that the support that you guys have for the channel, and the occasional political conversations, social conversations that we have. But like I was telling him, I see all of this it's all linked together in one way or another, as we all are. And one thing affects everything, just like what's happened to our economy has definitely affected the way I buy gold. From when I started this channel in the position that I'm in now, I felt bad I was not able to pick up the gold nugget sales. 105 ROI this year just was not in the budget. And last year I'd have been doing the first video on that. So it's yeah, I can definitely say, and that's a pretty much a direct relation to what things were before compared to what things are now. But there we go. So we have to deal with it. But again, it was I really appreciate the comments like that y'all get. I've gotten quite a number of them over the last couple of years. Like you said, we'll be hitting 2 years in May of doing the channel, and like I said, for the not to compared to what YouTube is and the way people tend to lash out when they hear something they don't like. It's been like I said, I'm really stunned that like I said, I've had three comments that were less than supportive. Even say that, not no attack or anything like that. So, and I welcome differing views. Like I said, I'm not gonna go off on you on it. Just like the dipwad that accused John R. Prospecting of tampering with bags. I just called him out on it and said, you're fucking crazy. Don't know what you're talking about. Don't need to go into anything other than that. You're talking out your ass, and I can guarantee you this man would never do anything like that. I don't know. And it makes me question when people say that. You kind of question, again, like the Democrats, anything they accuse you of doing, they are in the process of doing or have done. The most horrendous thing that they can accuse you of is something that we've seen over and over and over again they are actually doing. So, yeah, whenever you have people quick to accuse and point out like that, then it kind of tells you where maybe their mindset is. It's kind of the way I've always looked at it. But you've got more fine gold in here showing up. This is some really cool. And I guess I think these are our, I don't think that's ironstone. I think that's hematite. So we didn't, need to go get the magnet and dip it in the water here, and we'll see what sticks. But yeah, it is harder for me to see that fine gold in this blue pan than it is in my green pan for sure. I like the green pan with the way the gold stands out on it. Much better contrast when you're talking small stuff like this, and this is pretty damn tiny. All right, well, I'm going to go back and double check this one, and we'll be back. Yeah, there were a few little specks spread out through there. It's kind of challenging on this stuff because it does have that, just like we saw those pieces of mica. It's got that crushed mica in here as well, and yeah, it looks pretty sparkly there at the bottom of the pan, but it will wash away from the gold dust. But yeah, that is some. We got into some dirty stuff here once we got past those rocks and got into this fine stuff. The less than kitchen strainer. I can tell you on a more entertaining note, I spent this weekend watching a new. I don't know how long. I think it just came out, but it's a remake, but it's a sequel remake, and it is of that 70s show, but it's called that 90s show. But I would never recommend anybody subscribe to that trash Netflix, but that's who's producing it. I watched it as I watch everything, but yeah, it was really it has uh, Red. I can't think of his name now, but the guy that played Red and Deborah Joe, who played um, my brain, the mother, and it's Eric's daughter who's come to live with them over the summer, and then but it has cameos appearances from all the almost I guess everybody in the of course what's her name the hot girl that was in it, the mother that's passed away since then, but literally all the original characters. Pretty Hyde. I don't think Hyde showed up, but they have Fez. If you remember Fez, the foreign exchange student who never. I say good day. I say good day to you, but he's in it. He's got a pretty good part in it, but it's really for what you'd expect. Was not horrible. Actually, there's only one character in it that's bad, and it is the fat gay Oriental kid who's just unlikable across the board and is just a cringe fest every time he's on. But you know, other than him, it's really again, it would not there would not that would not be the situation in the '90s with kids. And they have the whole episode. One of the whole episodes was about him wanting to come out to to Deborah Joe, um, the mother, and just stupid shit. But it's not. That's not what the show's about. So I was really surprised. It was only 10 or 12, I guess 12 episodes to start it off, but they're planning on it for like a 7 season run, I think, is what they're shooting for. Look at all that fine stuff. But yeah, it was really actually I found myself laughing a few times, and again, it was very watchable, especially considering the shit that they put out for us nowadays, and especially when they try to take something that's classic and was you know a staple back in the day. They even have them in the circle doing the circle again. So it's so yeah, if you can maybe if you can get the I don't know if they still do the free trial or whatever, sign up for the free trial because it's out now and you can watch all. They're only 22-minute episodes, so it's only 5 hours of actually viewing on it. But I would have liked to have seen more episodes for sure. They could have kind of fleshed out the characters a little more for what they had, but it was we're going to start sucking this stuff up where we see it. Like I said, I was very surprised. So yeah, if y'all liked the that '70s show, it's seeing Donna is Eric. He still looks. Uh, I just cannot think of any of these people's names. I just don't care anymore. But I used to know all of them. But yeah, the guy that plays Eric, uh, he still looks exactly the same. And then you see Donna, and she's barely recognizable as being Donna from the original Donna. But like I said, it was fun. So yeah, there you go. That's a little positive entertainment note. That's very rare. Still haven't gone to see Avatar yet. I saw it got beat out this last weekend by Knock at the Cabin Door or something. It's some kind of horror. I haven't seen it up on the list to watch yet, but I was hoping it might be kind of like Cabin in the Woods was, because I really liked that one. That's a pretty good horror take on that. Being able to feed in a bunch of monstrous creatures in one show. So all right, well there's that one. We're down to. I guess we'll go ahead and finish this off. I'm not sure we're running a little long. All right, I'll be back with this. All right, we are down to the last of our stuff here. My little girl has popped in to have her a little a little snack. Hey, baby. She comes in just about every night now and has dinner with us. Kind of hangs out around in the house. So yeah, my little feral kitty is becoming domesticated, but man, she has doubled. She has doubled in size. You don't like to be filmed, huh? She's doubled in size since I started feeding her, though. She is very healthy, so that's nice to see. But she's still very. She's even scared of me half the time. It just comes across as very skittish. And it's so funny when she's in the house at night. She's got her favorite toy at the door, and she just lays there and rolls and plays with it. And flips over on her back, which is a very vulnerable position for cats. So when they do that, that shows that they are comfortable in wherever they are. So that's kind of like I said, she spent her whole life hiding out and getting beat up, and I'd doctor her little cheek there when she get into cat fights or actually get picked on by the tomcats, I guess, because she's fixed. She's got the snipped ear, but I think she's one they just snipped and returned to the street. So all right, well, man, that is. I think we've gotten all of it. I'm gonna go back through and check, and then we got a dirty snuffer bottle here to go through. Well, I guess we'll try our new Falcon pan for the fine gold clean out and see how that works. Well, all right. In the spirit of Brewers Paydirt, we had to have us a safety meeting. So we're safened up here. Are y'all safe? Make sure you're safe.
Hey, you! Stop being so unsafe. Speedy, safen up.
Okay. Yeah, I just love that. I just love sticking that clip in. Always one of my favorite Homer lines of all time. All right. Well, we've got us a dirty handful of water here. And not exactly. You can see there. You can see that fine gold hanging up there at the top. So I guess I want to be very easy about washing this. I don't think that is gold. Yeah, that is a rock. That was the piece that I said it looked different from the other ones when we were looking at them earlier on there. That's why it looked different. It's not gold. Mike Vendetta was telling me about using this and rinsing it down. Like I think that's a speck that looked like right there. Of course, I'm going to go through this mess of tailings here, even with the. I guess maybe we could go through and skim some of that out like that. Yeah, there we go. We'll clean that up a little bit. Put that with because this will all be dried and go back in together to keep this original. Let's make sure I did rinse. And refill the bottle there. But yeah, we have got a beautiful little pile of gold there. So I'm going to finish working this down and get it clean. We'll be back. All right, we have got it. Yeah, I like this a lot better than the blue pen. I do not like the way it looks on there. I do not like the way it moves the gold washed away on it. My little riffle, my little striations in here keep that little gold hanging where I want it to instead of washing down at the bottom of the pan like I kept having to chase around that blue one. So really like I'm going to stick with my green. It's for clean outs for sure. But check out that beautiful little pile with all that fine gold. So gonna get this sucked back up, go through our tailing, and see. I bet you there is still some tiny little flakes left in there to be found. So very fun pay dirt to do, I have to say. So oh yeah, let's do the quick check here. So let's run our magnet through and see how much of that black stuff was magnetite and how much it was hematite. So yeah, there we do have some magnetics in there, but I think a lot of that we were coming up with was the hematite. So very cool. Well, here is just a quick shot of my tailings. So that's all that is fine gold that I recovered out of the tailings. So very nice. It's pretty damn cool. So we're gonna suck this up with our other clean gold now. And I tell you, it worked a lot better on this pan than it did using that. I really missed the point of what that Falcon pan's supposed to do, because lower visibility on seeing the gold, washing it around, chasing it around that smooth pan. This stuff holds just like it's supposed to up there in these little fine striations. And I was able to recover some very fine gold amongst that black, heavy hematite that you got to wash away and not wash the fine gold. And that's where that seasoning on that pan comes in. So again, this is good. It's a pretty pan, but it's just it has no usefulness for me. That's all I can say. I can't see in it. I don't like the way it works. So it'll be a holder pan. And I do like the deep one there. I went through the tailings real quick with this, didn't have to separate it out, just dumped it in here, washed it out, and you saw how it held, and then transferred it to this pan to clean it out. But it held that fine gold very well without classifying any of that stuff down like we did the first time. So I do like this pan. Like I said, it's just kind of hard on the hand as far as grip, and a wider grip. It's not as comfortable as being able to use the little light, shallower pan, but it definitely has a use, and I'm warming up to it. So although like I said, the Falcon, no. So all right, let's get this dried up and see if we found. Oh, I'm pretty sure we found our 1/2 gram for sure, because we have some nice gold in our bottles. So there we go. And we have to take one more look at our awesome board here from our very cool channel stickers that we have got posted up from some awesome channels. And still room for more. So we're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna find some good spots for our new ones to go on here, and we'll watch it continue to evolve. Well, once again, we find ourselves with a very nice pan of some beautiful gold. Look at that. Look at that fine gold in there with those beautiful chunks. Some very pretty stuff. Very fun to recover. That was some dirty stuff. A lot of organics. Thermal City material there, but it's all right. Let us get our thing set up here. We'll go ahead and do a little test. We are at 20, as long as I don't touch it. Looking at that still, you can see that fine gold hanging on the pan. Well, it's all weightless, but still, all gold matters. So there we go. See, it looks like I still have a little bit of black sand in with that fine gold. Whenever you're, not too much. There's a bigger speck there, but actually most of that looks like it is our gold flakes. It's hard to, it gets tough to move that. If you're wanting to get dirt out of the way and not move your, what you call it, your gold. So, all right, let's see what, like I said, I'm pretty sure I got what everything that was in there. That shot when I did the tailings was a pretty good. So there we go, 0.489. We are pretty damn close on that. I might need to go through the 0.489 to 0.490. Still, like I said, that could be scale difference. So I think I said I went back through it and recovered a little bit more. So I've got it out there drying. So we might go ahead and go through it one more time. But just check out how beautiful that is. So very nice. Like I said, I think we are within calculations there of having what we needed to find those. So, but that is some beautiful pieces and an awesome win on that. Congratulations again to Can Do Veteran for his 1,000 sub giveaway on this, and now he's well past that. And Brewers Prospecting, Jeff Brewers, for making us up this awesome bag. So, and then we also have our little goodie pile there of our very cool stuff. And again, there's our coins, and I had it again. That's the sound of those coins. That's the sound of a modern quarter and dime. That's the modern. That's the old. You can tell it has a lower tink to it and more of a metal tink to it. And yeah, seeing them there side by side, they do look very different from the old to the new. I like the old stuff better. It was a beautiful batch of gold, and we've got us a. Hey, calm down. My cat's going crazy there. We've got us some nice pieces. So again, thank you so much. And our cool stickers. And we've got those plus the other ones that we will be adding on to the board. So next time we tune in, it'll be an upgraded big board. Well, all right. Again, that was a really fun bag to go through. A great win. And like I said, it was a little bit challenging stuff in there. That mica dust was what kind of threw it off as far as trying to get that fine gold out, which really put it up there, kind of gave it another little level of difficulty. But beautiful stuff. Thank you again. And like I said, I'll leave links to these channels in the description below. And I have to say, this is the next day, and in a purely act of sadomasochism, I watched the Biden address last night. But I watched it through one of my favorite conservative channels there, ABL, Anthony Brian Logan, doing kind of a commentary along with it, where he'd pause it every once in a while. But and I skipped through a lot of it too as I was scrolling once, because I picked up on it almost at the end of the live stream, so I could do that. But like I said, I had to give credit to the Republicans for shouting out the lies and bullshit we knew were going to be coming out of his mouth. And I posted in my community. I think it's from Mark Dice, the top 5 moments of that, and it's worth checking that out, because that pretty much is Marjorie Taylor Greene yelling that he's a liar when he called out the deaths from fentanyl across America, and they yell out, "It's your fault," and he's like standing there looking at doing his stupid but yeah, they were a little raucous there for the Republicans, not just sitting back on their hands, like a lot of times they do, just not applauding his retarded crap. So, like I said, it was rather enjoyable, and then the bizarre kiss on the mouth from Biden's wife to Harris's husband, which you already know these people are degenerates. They surround themselves with sexual degenerates in the White House and everything they do, and in their personal lives. So, considering the vice president started literally on her knees, with an affair with a guy twice her age for political clout to get her job, and has still kept it up all the way to where she is now. And meanwhile, Biden they've ignored Tara Reid, the sexual assault victim of the president, that they will not, believe all women except ones that call out Democrats. So, yeah, that kiss on the mouth was bizarre and pretty gross when you see Jill Biden. But yeah, so like I said, check out my community page if you want to hit that, and I'll leave a link for ABL too, because he puts out some really good stuff. A very intelligent man with some really nice commentary and insightful commentary. So, and I guess again, we'll just ride this out and see where it goes from here. But yeah, it was a nice call out. Meanwhile, I guess, have y'all seen there are now 5 continents that the Chinese balloons have been passing over, the spy balloons? So again, something very serious is going on with that, between Taiwan, Biden rolling over with his belly up in the air for them to, fucking walk over us. I don't know, my friends. Enjoy your gold in your life while you can, because you never know what's going to be coming up next. So, with that being said, thank you for joining me on this episode of Buy Your Gold Guy. I am Buy Your Gold Guy, and we will be back here next Friday, God willing, and the creek don't rise, and and the Chinese don't invade, to do this again. So until then, take care of each other, and peace out, my friends.